It's a prayer. My apologies. There we go. So now the sound is up. Uh, it's a prayer. It's a prayer that is really an interesting, fascinating prayer, and it's one that until I really actually taught this, I taught Gospel of John in high school, and until I actually taught it, I had never run across it. And it's just, I mean, I might have heard it somewhere in there, but I think it's a prayer that is so revolutionary in so many ways that it's actually hard to preach on, because the implications are pretty immense in terms of the world that God is trying to create and the unity He's trying to create in humanity, through humanity, uh, etc. So let me read it to you, and I think you'll get a sense of it pretty quick. And this is from John 17. And Jesus prayed, "I do not pray for these alone." And here he's talking about his followers. Those are the 12 disciples there, but also for those who will believe in me through their word, that they all may be one. So everybody may be one, as you, Father, are in me and I in you, that they may also be one in us, that the world may believe that you sent me. This beautiful line of integrity. May they have this sense of oneness, may same oneness that we all have. This shared unicity. I and them, you and me, that they may be made perfect in one. And that's interesting. Like, perfection as in oneness is very different. It's Brene Brown likes the term wholeheartedness. And I would say that would give the connotation here. It's not perfect that everybody sort of becomes just mini-me's, but just this idea of wholeness, this idea of in the round is beautiful. That the world may know that you have sent me and have loved them as you have loved me. Folks, it's so beautiful. I mean, I read that and I think, wow, that's right up there with First Corinthians 13 in many ways. It's this idea. Here's Jesus saying, like, his prayers that, look, God, may we all be one. And that prayer is so significant, that we may be one. And that has to be sort of the in many ways, sort of the flag that Christians learn to plant, that we all may be one. Now, that is not a plea for homogeneity. It's not a plea that we all literally like be one homogeneous thing. It's this idea from a Christian New Church perspective, that diversity is perfection, that wholeness includes all. That perfection is seasonal: winter, spring, summer, fall. It's interesting, as I was thinking about it this morning, and I heard a great little podcast yesterday, just doing some research stuff, and the author made a really profound point. He said it's interesting when you look at, and this is going to sound like a tangent, but I'll bring it back, I promise. When you look at the lives of Mother Teresa and Princess Diana, Mother Teresa, Princess Diana, two very different people, actually died a week or two apart. And when they passed, they were, by any poll you took, the two most recognizable women in the world. And they obviously did a lot of good in the world. So it's not like, well, can you believe she didn't do it? And it's none of that. This author's point was, look, they both did a lot of good in the world, period. We all would agree on that. That's why they were so recognizable. And he said it's interesting because what it shows is it shows, again, there's a call within that too, right? And he was talking about the call to sainthood versus celebrity. Sainthood versus celebrity. So a Princess Diana, like a celebrity call, like we could have never, I could never choose that kind of life. Like, I don't have royal blood. I'm not the great whatever of Winston Churchill married to royalty. Like, none of us are. I don't think anybody watching this podcast is. But it's interesting, right? Like, celebrity in a certain chance isn't nearly as chosen. This is what he said was interesting, and it's a flip. He said celebrity isn't nearly as chosen as sainthood. And he said this is the miracle of sainthood. Any one of us can wake up any morning and decide to be a saint that day. Well, we can't do the same with celebrity. That's really interesting, right? Because saints live ordinary lives. They just live ordinary lives. They just try to allow that connection of God within them. May we be one God, that they may be one God. They try to live that oneness with other people. And as they try to do that in very ordinary ways, they choose that. That's why they become saints. Now, that doesn't mean that's easy to do. It's not. But Mother Teresa clearly did that. That's just where she saw the oneness of humanity in the destitute of Calcutta. And that was her legacy. That was her fire. That's what kept her moving. That's what that's what changed the world through her in a certain way. So folks, like this prayer, it's not just a prayer that's like a surface, like, oh great, we're all one, pass the lattes, not at all. Even though that can be a nice little celebratory part of it, right? We don't want to ever make too much fun of that because celebrating it with a nice way is good. But there's also a call in here to live a sainted life, and to know that that life often comes in very ordinary ways where we just decide, I'm just going to decide to live this way, to live as if my brothers and sisters are one, and to live as if God is with them too. And that includes even those with whom we really have struggling relationships right now, and those with whom we may vehemently disagree. But that's how we practice it. That's how we practice this oneness. And folks, you can just imagine going into Easter week how incredibly significant this prayer was, you know, to just the world, right? Where we're coming up to a time here where we're going to really hit the catastrophe of Easter in just a couple of days, the despair of it, the anguish of it, the challenge of it. And yet in that we constantly have to be reminded of this prayer, this simple prayer, that we may be one, even in times that are really challenging, that we may be one. So it's thought for today, folks. And again, a beautiful little prayer. And hopefully that resonates somewhere in there today. And find your own little way to be a saint today. Don't do it so that you can be a saint. Just do it knowing it's what a saint would do. And oftentimes that's just I guarantee it'll be in your ordinary life. And if God gives us one thing, it's opportunity to do those things, to reach out to others. That's for sure. So, friends, with that, I'm going to ask us to just do a little meditation here. After the meditation, we're going to do a little prayer. After the little prayer, we're going to do a little blessing. And after the blessing, we'll say hello to folks on social media. So with that, friends, let's get a little breath. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends. So again, just a reminder to everyone that we do have coming up here, we do have a special communion service on Friday at 7:30 p.m. And if that interests you at all, please let me know, and I'd be glad to shoot you the Zoom link to it. Yeah, I think it'll be really sweet. We usually don't. It's usually not a whole ton of people on a Friday night, but it's a very sweet little service, that's for sure. All right, here we go. It's a little cheery hello to people this morning. Angela, great to see you, and good morning to you, my friend. Rita, Easter blessings to all. Yes, and that is yeah, I really look forward to Easter Sunday. We've had a tradition over the years at New Church Live of taking pictures, and we haven't done it since COVID. I don't think we're ready to get that started up again, but it's just great looking back at those pictures and the joy of that season. Patty, good morning to you, my friend, and I hope you're doing well. Martha, great to see you this morning, and I hope you're having a great day. Miriam, my dear friend and sermon writing team member, great to have you joining us this morning. Paige, good morning to you, my friend, and I hope you're doing well. Uh, Teresa, good morning, and it says opportunity for growth. It sure is, and boy, it's just such a beautiful passage, right? And the opportunity there, like there is an opportunity to act in these ways, and it starts again with this idea, right, that I think God puts us in the places where we are to serve. Like many of the most important places you are to serve, you are already living in, which is kind of cool. uh Jen from St. John's writes, wishing everyone a wonderful day. And Jen, I hope you are incredibly warm down there. uh Mary writes, good morning. The challenges keep coming at me. Oneness and acceptance of my fellows has always been hard for me. Both love them and hate them. Remember this message when opportunity knocks today as it will. Yeah, it's a great movie line. God doesn't give us the gift, he gives us the opportunity. And I love that idea, right? Like that's how God speaks to us, is the opportunities he places before us, which I really love. Donna, great to have you joining us today and passing on from her, again, wishing everyone a blessed day. Betty writes, good morning. Have a wonderful day. Same to you, Betty. Hope you guys are doing well. And good old buddy Jonathan out there in the Midwest. Jonathan, good morning, and good morning to you too, bud. So wishing you folks all the best. God bless. Have a great day. Just remembering that we may be one. Take care. Bye-bye.